How to actually get started with Printify. So in this step-by-step tutorial, I'm going to be showing you in a very easy and fast way how we can get started. So the very first thing you need to do, guys, to understand is that Printify of course works with a specific platform. In our case, we'll be using Shopify. Now Shopify is an amazing place where you can start doing some dropshipping, or you can start doing some e-commerce, you can start doing some print on demand, whatever you want to. Shopify is available for almost anyone. I'm going to leave you a link down below in the description so you guys can see that this one has up to 3 months only for just $1 freaking dollar. So with that being said, guys, what you want to do is to go into your Shopify section. Once you have your account, once you have an online store, we want to just focus into the actual integration of the actual application of Printify. So I'm going to go into apps, and here into apps I want to look out for Printify. Once you find Printify, you want to choose the option that says add, and here once you hit into the add application, it's going to be sending us into Printify. So what you need to do really easy is just to click into the option that says sign it up, or you want to just sign in just in case that you've already have an account into the actual Shopify. Once you make the quick installation, once again it's going to be popping and sending you now into the actual Printify, the print on demand section. So we have just successfully created an account, so let's go into the next step. That would be the actual getting started. So it's going to be asking you a few questions. If you want to ask them, for example, what describes you best. I'm a social media influencer, I have my own e-commerce store. That totally depends on you. In my case, I want to look out for grow my business careers. So what you want to do is just to input your information as you are creating your stuff. And once you have successfully done that, it's going to be sending you into the sample of the order. So in this section, what we want to do is to create our very first project, or let's say our product. So here into the actual connect your store to Printify, as you might see, we are now inside the actual Shopify. So if I open this full site, it's going to be sending me into the Printify, so I can start totally for free. So I'm going to go into my store. And once I'm in here, what I want to do is to get started. As you can see, my product, my store is now in here. So I can just start to work here into Printify since my store has been connected into Shopify. This means that once I have successfully created an order, a catalog is going to be automatically sent into Shopify so I can start working. So let's go into browsing the products. Now into browsing the products, as you can see, there are a bunch of things that you can use to customize. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to be focusing into just one. So later, guys, you can focus into whatever you want to, and you can just do as much as you want to. So let's focus only into this sweet shirt. And here, if you scroll a little bit down, you want to make sure that this one is the location of where you're currently from, and the price, and the shipping cost, and the sizes, of course, and all the colors. With that being said, I want to choose the option that says start design. Now you're going to be seeing that this is your actual template. So what you want to do is to add your own design through your device. So you want to make sure that your actual image is inside the actual design of your template. So once you realize that this is actually good to go, what I do want to do now is to click into the option that says save my product. So now, as you can see, here's going to be appearing the different markups of my design, of my sweatshirt, and both my design. So as you can see, I can use whatever option I wanted to. For example, this lady of the lifestyle, I can use another. So with that being said, this is actually the image color. As you can see, the description has been automatically been fulfilled, and the tag's going to be added automatically. Here are the variants, of course, the best ability, the Shopify categories. So lastly, what you just need to do is to type the title. If you think that this one is totally accurate for you, you want to hit into the option that says published. Now, as you can see, here is my product. This one is inventory, and status is says publishing. So once this has been successfully published, what you can do is to actually go back into your store, into your Shopify in my case, go into your products, and in here should be appearing your very first product from Printify. So now let's move on into how to get paid into Printify. So as you can see, it was really simple just to create your very first product and to add that into your Shopify store or whatever platform you're going to be choosing. And you might be saying that this is actually everything, but we're just getting started. This is like the very easiest part. There are a couple of things we need to see. We don't want to skip this part because this is the very most annoying but really important part of the video. So very first of all, let's focus into the payment section. Now, here into your payment sections, if you are into Shopify, what you want to do is to make sure that you go into settings and you have enabled your payment section in order to start receiving money. So what I want to do is to go into settings. In here into settings, I want to look out for payments. Here into payments, what I do want to do is to choose a provider to enable and accept payment methods, and I can add a rate by third parties and all that. So I want to choose a provider like that, and it's going to be appearing a different bunch of options depending on the currently country I'm living right now. For example, I do have the bogus getaway, I have the to check out, I have a lot of options. Now this one is just for testing, so that means that Shopify will not charge any transaction fees on order payment, so we can use this kind of following codes in place for the credit card number when checking out. Once I have successfully done that, I want to go back here into Printify. So how is this working with the Printify? You create, of course, a product. So once you just choose to send this into your store, what's going to happen here is that when someone makes a purchase, this order automatically is going to be sent right away into Printify. So the guys from Printify are going to be charging from our credit card the money to create the process of this actual product. And how are we going to be earning money? Well, the money that people paid for this item is going to be appearing here into Shopify. It's really important, guys, that you choose exactly the same payment method that you have from your, let's say, from this credit card Shopify, and you add this here into Printify. So you pay for the product of the print on demand and you receive the money. After you have successfully done that, go into taxes. Now here into taxes, this is something that we must do for people who are making e-commerce. So what you want to do, whether you are from Canada, from the UA, from Norway and UK, or wherever, you want to choose the option of a certificate, for example this one. And here what you want to do is to import all your details about your tax information, the business name, the ID of a BAT, submit your own country and the one number, so you can just confirm that and submit the BAT. This is only for security verifications, and of course this is something that we need to do. So now we have successfully added a product, we have successfully set it up, the taxes version, the payment method. What is left to do? If I go into my account, I want to go actually into my settings section, and here into settings there are just a couple of things I will love to do enabled before I continue into the payment section of the Shopify. If I go into the preference section, the order routing, this one is an automatically sent section that we send the order to the provider of the Printify, so they can be starting to work into the actual case. So when someone makes a purchase, we need to go into Printify, we need to go into our products, and we need to just send the order approval. So what you want to do is to do this automatically in 1 hour, for example. So after the purchase of this item here into Shopify, if I go into Printify and I enable this one, 1 hour later the approval should be approval and Printify should be receiving the order, so you can start working right away. So I want to go into soon as available, I want to leave this into show all orders, and I want to go into automatically send orders to production manually, or you can choose automatically if you do want it to. After that, hit into save, and guess what, we are now ready to go. If you want to check it out how much money you're going to be spending into the shipping rates, taxes and all that, go into the shipping calculator, and here what you want to do is to choose the enable the Printify shipping calculator to Shopify checkup. I want to enable this one, and the customer should be receiving the actual let's say the calculator, how much money are they going to be spending for each country, depending if you are making this worldwide or just for one continent or whatever. So with that being said, guys, we now are ready to start selling here into Shopify using Printify. So hopefully this was a very useful video for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any question, you can leave it down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and well, I will see you on the next video.